There is still an existence of the problem that unfit punishment is being given for minor and non-violent crimes. As stated earlier by my partner, California is the only state that considers non-violent felonies, such as burglary and theft, as strike offenses. Reform to the law is of high importance, primarily due to the fact that it is deeming unfit individuals a minimum of 25 years for a minor crime. It has been known to increase violent crime, and it is simply too cost-effective to our economy. I would like to emphasize that the third strike to anyone who has been convicted of 2 major crimes before could be anything from possession of marijuana to even stealing DVDs. I think we can all agree that these petty crimes do not deserve such severe punishment when isolated by themselves. Imagine a man who has done nothing wrong and has abided to the law his entire life. One day this man decides to smoke marijuana. He gets caught and is simply let off with an automatic warning because of his first offense. Of course, this is the most minor case. Now consider a man who has been convicted of robbery and molestation previously in his lifetime, that gets caught with possession of marijuana. According to the 3 strikes law in California, this man will live in a prison cell for a minimum of 25 years. Now, is this just and fair? It is important to present a solution for the third strike because punishment for unfit minor crime is not only cruel, it is unusual. Not only does this completely contest to our 8th Amendment, it is creating issues that can be avoided if we simply reform the 3 strikes law to be only applicable to major felonies and or violent crimes. According to Ray Fissman, the research director of the Social Enterprise Program at Columbia University, one of the unintended consequences of the California's 3 strikes law is that it may push criminals to commit more serious and violent crimes. Of course, one could argue that anyone in their right mind will not break the law for the rest of his or her life. However, there are obviously those individuals in our state who choose to commit crimes even though they're in punishment. It is important to understand that individuals with 2 strikes already against them can receive his or her third strike by either committing a small and non-violent crime or by committing a more violent crime. Felons with 2 strikes against them have little to lose. We would suspect that 2-strike felons would commit fewer crimes. However, imagine someone who has already decided to break the law. He describes the scenario that a man needs a quick buck. He can either shoplift a TV or hold up a bank. Of course, the bank robbery is a much scarier thought, yet the shoplifting can land him decades in prison just the same. Also, who can say that the man won't pull out a gun and shoot at anyone who crosses his path? This simply goes to show a major problem with the 3 strikes law in California is that individuals, if committing a third crime, can be extremely dangerous. Moving on to my third point, because our state is in such bad condition financially, why would we increase the amount of individuals in our state prisons if they are not deemed worthy of such sentences? According to Terry Forza, the California State Auditor, she also states that the increase in sentences due to the 3 strikes law will cost an additional $19.2 billion. Not only is this proven, but as inmates age, the cost of medical care increases as well. Also, a new medical facility in Stockton has proposed a $1 billion cost for construction, not mentioning the cost to rent. Our prisons are overpopulated and cost the state billions of dollars every year. The law is simply adding more criminals to an already crowded and expensive prison system. And as my opponent stated, there's been a reduction of crime since the law has been enforced. However, crime was dropping around the country during that period when it was enforced. According to Ray Fishman, there was too much going on in the nation at that time, with explanations ranging from new policy tactics to legalization of abortion. Thus, it is difficult to understand just how much of the decline comes from fear of a third strike. Also, the crime rate was already decreasing before 1994 because of the stable economy. There is a positive flow of money and ample jobs. And as my partner previously stated, the current recession is now resulting in increased crime rate, thus the relationship is inconclusive. To summarize, the problem that unfit punishment is being given for minor and non-violent crimes is unacceptable and cruel. It increases violent crimes, and it would be too cost-effective. We need to uphold the 8th Amendment because it is cruel and unusual punishment, and it's avoided for petty crimes of the third strike. And